such a life of thought, he hits you with the punch. Lil Joe's mind a maze of gold, from jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul. Talking about the world from the wild to the mild. Every topic on the table, thoughts free and wild. Chill like a summer breeze, groove so divine. From the cosmos to the corner, all intertwined. Retro funk with a lo-fi swing. Chill rap waves, let the podcast sing. Wisdom laced in humor, truths in disguise. Lil Joe dropping gems, open up your eyes. From late night laughs to early morning rants, philosophies dance while the rhythm enchants. Relax, kick back, it's the vibe we sow. Straight from the mind of Lil Joe, let's go. Lil Joe's mind a maze of gold, from jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul. Lil Joe's mind a maze of gold, from jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul.
The Exchange Club Family Center is here to help parents learn how to provide a safe and healthy nurturing home environment. If you would like to be a part of the program and live in Nassau, Baker, or Clay counties, please go to the Exchange Club Family Center website at exchangeclubfamilycenter.com. Or if you'd like to become a member of the Exchange Club here in Jacksonville, please also go to our website again at exchangeclubfamilycenter.com.
What happens when your story is too small for the big networks? When your message matters, but you can't afford the spotlight. That's where Purpose-Inspired TV steps in. We're the bridge between the haves and have-nots, covering the events and voices others ignore. Available on Roku and Fire TV, we make professional streaming affordable for everyone. Your purpose deserves a platform. Join Purpose-Inspired TV.
Authors, do you want to increase your book sales? We create companion ebooks and audiobooks to enhance your book sales. We also produce multilingual versions that will help you reach wider audiences. Due to the rapidly changing technology, we can produce audiobooks at around half the traditional cost. Don't wait as demand for this service continues to increase. Contact FMNLive LLC at gmail.com.
Most small businesses don't fail because they're bad. They fail because no one sees them. You don't need to post every day. You need content that actually represents your business. I help business owners and churches create weeks of social media content in one session, so they can stay visible without stress. If posting feels overwhelming, or your content doesn't reflect your value, this is what I do. Send me a message. Let's make your business easier to find. Most small businesses don't fail because they're bad.
I don't think people understand how close they are to being a published author. This is gonna blow your mind. Your book could be done in just 8 weeks. Yep, really. Let's be honest. We've all said, I'm going to write a book someday. But what if someday was 8 weeks from now? I'm Joseph Reeves, and my workshop, Stop Talking, Start Writing, isn't about dreaming. It's about doing. In just 8 weeks, I'll guide you step by step from blank page to finished book and ebook, ready to sell. This isn't another boring online course you'll forget about. You'll get real support, real accountability, and a real community, whether you show up in person or join us virtually. And yeah, spots are limited, because I want to make sure every writer actually gets the help they need. Imagine holding your own book, sharing your story, and finally calling yourself an author. It's not a fantasy. It's the result of taking action today. So, if you've been waiting for the right moment, this is it. Inbox me for more info, grab your spot, and let's make someday your new reality. Stop talking. Start writing. Let's go.
Today we'd like to introduce you to Joseph Reeves. Hi Joseph, thanks for sharing your story with us. To start, maybe you can tell our readers some of your backstory.
Hi, I grew up in North Carolina, learning how to survive early. My childhood was full of adventures that, looking back, could have easily cost me my life. At the time, I didn't think of them as dangerous, I just knew how to keep moving forward. One moment that still defines me happened when I was young. I took a few younger boys to the river to jump rocks. One of them slipped, fell into the water, and was swept downstream. I couldn't swim, but I knew I couldn't stand there and do nothing. Calling for help wasn't how things worked back then. I jumped in, fully aware I might not make it, but also knowing that risking my life was the only option if his was going to be saved.
That sounds like instinct to step in when others are in danger.
Years later, I joined the United States Navy and traveled the world. I understood the risk. I also understood that I was serving people who didn't always accept me, sometimes because of the color of my skin. Still, I served with purpose, because I believed some things were bigger than me. After my military service, my final ship brought me to Jacksonville, Florida. I spent the next 35 years working in corporate America. On the outside, life looked stable. On the inside, I was still just making it through. That changed when I began coming home from work around 2 a.m. and listening to Dr. Miles Monroe. He taught two ideas that shifted everything for me: the kingdom of God and the truth that everyone has a purpose. For the first time, I stopped asking how to survive life and started asking why I was here. It took years for the answer to fully form, but eventually I realized my purpose had been with me all along: media. I had always been working with media in one form or another: video, photography, writing, editing, acting, producing. I wasn't chasing fame. I was learning how to tell stories. I just didn't know yet that storytelling was my assignment. Today, I am a minister, an elder in the church, and a broadcaster. I own Purpose Inspired TV, now in its 5th year, streaming on Roku, Fire TV, and online platforms. Through television, social media, radio, print, and graphics, I help individuals and organizations share messages that uplift, inform, and point people back to purpose. At this stage in my life, I still stay curious, learning new technology, teaching others, and even working with AI, because purpose doesn't retire, it evolves. I'm also telling my story in a new way through Time's Little Joe's Crazy Adventures, a children's book and cartoon series inspired by my upbringing. It's my way of reaching back to people who feel behind in life and showing them that where you start doesn't determine where you're called to go. What may look like many paths is actually one mission: to help people discover that their life has meaning, direction, and purpose, just like I had to learn myself.
I am sure it wasn't obstacle-free, but would you say the journey has been fairly smooth so far?
No, it hasn't been a smooth road at all. One of the biggest struggles has been clarity. For a long time, I had skills, ideas, and drive, but I didn't yet have language for my purpose. I was working, creating, and building in many directions while still trying to understand how it all fit together. That season can be frustrating, especially when you feel like you're working hard but not moving forward as fast as you hoped. Another challenge has been balance. I spent decades working in corporate America while building creative and media projects on the side. That meant long hours, delayed results, and sometimes pouring into others without immediate return. There were moments when it felt easier to quit than to keep refining the vision. Yes, let's be honest. I still have those feelings, but I know I must keep moving forward. There were and still are financial and emotional challenges. Building media platforms and creative projects requires faith both in the vision and in yourself, especially when support isn't always consistent. Learning to stay disciplined, patient, and focused during slow or quiet seasons was a struggle, but it was necessary. Looking back, those challenges were shaping me. They taught me resilience, humility, and how to stay committed even when progress wasn't visible. The road wasn't smooth, but it was purposeful. Every obstacle helped prepare me to serve others who are walking through similar uncertainty today.
Thanks. So, what else should our readers know about your work and what you are currently focused on?
I see my professional life as a creative journey rooted in purpose. While I've worked in corporate environments and operated businesses, creativity has always been the thread that connects everything I do. I'm a storyteller at heart. Over the years, that storytelling has taken many forms: video production, photography, writing, acting, editing, and broadcasting. What began as creative curiosity slowly revealed itself as a calling. I wasn't just creating content, I was learning how to use media to reach people where they are. My work eventually led me to launch Purpose Inspired TV, a broadcast platform now streaming on Roku, Fire TV, and online. Through the channel, I help individuals, churches, nonprofits, and creators share messages that uplift, educate, and remind people that their lives have value and direction. I often describe myself as a broadcaster because I use multiple forms of media, television, social media, radio, print, and graphics to deliver one consistent message: everyone has a purpose. Creativity also led me back to my own story. I'm currently writing Lil Joe's Crazy Adventures, a children's book and cartoon series inspired by my upbringing. It's designed to encourage those who feel behind in life by showing that adversity doesn't disqualify you, it prepares you. Even now, I continue to grow as a creative by learning new technologies and teaching others, including working with emerging tools like AI. For me, creativity isn't about trends or titles. It's about using the skills I've gained to serve people, tell meaningful stories, and leave something of value behind.
Any advice for finding a mentor or networking in general?
My advice for finding a mentor or networking in general: mentors have played an important role in my life, and I strongly recommend them. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that mentorship doesn't always come from formal titles. It often comes from paying attention to people who are already living the life or walking in the purpose you're trying to understand. Early on, some of my mentors were people I learned from at a distance through teaching, observation, and example. Later, I began seeking mentors more intentionally by putting myself in environments where growth was happening. Programs like Jax Bridges were helpful because they created structured opportunities to learn, ask questions, and connect with people who were serious about building something meaningful. When it comes to networking, I've learned a simple truth. If people don't know you exist, they can't connect with you. Networking isn't about collecting contacts, it's about showing up consistently and being genuine. I focus on listening more than talking and looking for ways to add value before asking for anything in return. What has worked best for me is staying visible, staying teachable, and staying authentic. I don't try to impress, I try to connect. Over time, those connections turn into relationships, and relationships open doors that talent alone often can't. Mentorship and networking aren't shortcuts, but they are accelerators. When you surround yourself with people who challenge you, guide you, and hold you accountable, you don't just grow faster, you grow better. Thank you, Boys Jacksonville, for the interview and for highlighting not just my work, but the heart behind it. The journey has been long, meaningful, and rooted in service. This article is only the beginning. There's so much more ahead. Grateful for the platform and the Jacksonville community.
Thank you for taking the time from your busy schedule to do this interview. This is the type of story we like to bring to our readers. Much success to you, and thank you for your work in the community.
My final call to action: everyone, check us out on Purpose Inspired TV, located on Roku and Fire TV. If you would like to be a guest on my From the Mind of Lil Joe show, you can contact us about video production and graphics. I'm also available for teaching and speaking engagements. I welcome new people and new ideas to build on what I am working on. I like to serve if I have the time and energy, and I'm willing to help. God bless.
I don't think people understand how close they are to being a published author. This is gonna blow your mind. Your book could be done in just 8 weeks. Yep, really. Let's be honest. We've all said, I'm going to write a book someday. But what if someday was 8 weeks from now? I'm Joseph Reeves, and my workshop, Stop Talking, Start Writing, isn't about dreaming. It's about doing. In just 8 weeks, I'll guide you step by step, from blank page to finished book and ebook, ready to sell. This isn't another boring online course you'll forget about. You'll get real support, real accountability, and a real community, whether you show up in person or join us virtually. And yeah, spots are limited, because I want to make sure every writer actually gets the help they need. Imagine holding your own book, sharing your story, and finally calling yourself an author. It's not a fantasy. It's the result of taking action. Today. So, if you've been waiting for the right moment, this is it. Inbox me for more info, grab your spot, and let's make someday your new reality. Stop talking. Start writing. Let's go.
Most small businesses don't fail because they're bad. They fail because no one sees them. You don't need to post every day. You need content that actually represents your business. I help business owners and churches create weeks of social media content in one session, so they can stay visible without stress. If posting feels overwhelming, or your content doesn't reflect your value, this is what I do. Send me a message. Let's make your business easier to find.
Did you know, only a few years ago, getting on TV was almost impossible for small businesses? Today, everything's changed. Now real access belongs to everyone. For decades, it took deep pockets to get your message on TV or radio. The big companies had all the power, leaving everyday people and businesses out in the cold, but not anymore. At Purpose Inspired TV, we believe everyone deserves a voice. We make it easy and affordable to put your content on platforms like Roku and Fire TV. No huge budgets, no tech headaches, just a clear path to reaching millions. We're not just another tech company. We're your bridge to new opportunities. Whether you're a business, an organization, or a dreamer with a message, this is your moment, so why not take that next step? Purpose Inspired TV, access to the world for everyone.
Family Center is here to help parents learn how to provide a safe and healthy nurturing home environment. If you would like to be a part of the program and live in Nassau, Baker, or Clay counties, please go to the Exchange Club Family Center website at exchangeclubfamilycenter.com. Or if you'd like to become a member of the Exchange Club here in Jacksonville, please also go to our website again at exchangeclubfamilycenter.com.
What happens when your story is too small for the big networks? When your message matters, but you can't afford the spotlight. That's where Purpose-Inspired TV steps in. We're the bridge between the haves and have-nots, covering the events and voices others ignore. Available on Roku and Fire TV, we make professional streaming affordable for everyone. Your purpose deserves a platform. Join Purpose-Inspired TV.
Step inside the vibe, welcome to the flow. From the mind of Lil Joe, where the stories grow. Laid back wisdom, smooth as Sunday brunch. A life authority hits you with the punch. Lil Joe's mind, a maze of gold. From jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul. Talking about the world from the wild to the mild. Every topic on the table, thoughts free and wild. Chill like a summer breeze, groove so divine. From the cosmos to the corner, all intertwined. Retro funk with a lo-fi sway. Chill rap waves, let the podcast sing. Wisdom laced in humor, truths in disguise. Lil Joe dropping gems, open up your eyes. From late night laughs to early morning rants. Philosophies dance while the rhythm enchants. Relax, kick back, it's the vibe we sow. Straight from the mind of Lil Joe, let's go. Lil Joe's mind, a maze of gold. From jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul. Lil Joe's mind, a maze of gold. From jokes to truth, stories untold. Pull up a chair, let the convo roll. It's the mind of Lil Joe, feeding your soul. Talking about the world from the wild to the mild. Every topic on the table, thoughts free and wild. Chill like a summer breeze, groove so divine. From the cosmos to the corner, all intertwined. Retro funk with a lo-fi swing. Chill rap waves, let the podcast sing.